AP Cram, the AP Human Geography exam. Free response question 54. Educational patterns in the developing world. Educated girls and maternal mortality rate. Remember that section 2 consists of free response questions. There are 3 questions that should be formatted as short essay answers, and you have 75 minutes to complete them, so allocate your time properly. The free response section is 50% of your exam score. You're required to define and explain and apply geographic concepts and also interpret geographic data. Okay? The countries in the graph illustrate an important trend in educational patterns in the developing world. As more girls become educated in a given region, how does this affect the country's maternal mortality rate? All right, I'll give you a moment to think and formulate your answers. For those of you using this flashcard for the AP Human Geography review, be sure to write out a complete sentence and answer that's concise and clear, okay? And for those of you who aren't, in case you need a technical definition of maternal mortality rate, it's the number of maternal deaths within 42 days of pregnancy termination due to complications from pregnancy, childbirth, and the puerperium. I always have complications with that word. In a specified geographic area. And the geographic area doesn't necessarily have to be a country like Nepal, Uganda, or Ghana. It can be a country, a state, or a county. Okay? And those deaths are divided by the total number of live resident births for that same geographic area. So, in a nutshell, that's the technical definition for maternal mortality rate. Okay? So, I'll give you a moment to think and write out your answer. All right, so as expected, the maternal mortality rate is going to decline. And again, because women are being educated, they realize there's an opportunity cost in pursuing a career versus having children. So, one of the main reasons for an overall decline in the mortality rate is because people are just not having babies, okay? So, there's a reduction in pregnancies. Thus, there's going to be a reduction in associated deaths if the event of birthing never occurs to begin with. Also, there's a reduction in associated deaths because the fact that more girls are being educated means the overall educational system and professional outlets are also improving. So the healthcare is probably one of those realms of influence that are improving as well, thus reducing the amount of associated deaths due to pregnancy termination or birthing. Also, women are deciding to marry later on in life, thus delaying childbearing, therefore having fewer children and fewer chances of dying due to birthing or termination. Finally, there's just more access to birth control and people are actively engaging, well, the woman for one is engaging in family planning. So again, this reduces the pregnancy event, thus there can be no death associated with that. Okay?